Abram and Sarah's surprise. Noah's elder son Shem had hundreds of descendants born many years later. One was named Abram. Abram was a righteous man who married a beautiful woman named Sarai. One day, the Lord spoke to Abram and said, "Leave your country, your family, and neighbors, and go to a land I will show you. There I will bless you and make you into a great nation." So Abram obeyed the Lord and set out on a journey with his wife Sarah and his nephew Lot. One night the Lord appeared to Abram and said, "Look up the night sky and count the stars. One day your family shall number more than that." Abram was very puzzled by what the Lord had said, for he and Sarah were growing old and had no children. When Abram was 99 years old, the Lord appeared to him again and said, "Abram, I make this promise to you. You will be called the father of many nations, and you shall be called Abraham, and your wife shall be called Sarah. For I will bless her with a son, and you will call his name Isaac. And I will give to you and your children this land. I will care for you and be your God." Abraham laughed and said, "How can a son be born to people our age?" Sarah overheard what the Lord had said to her husband, and she too laughed and laughed. "How can this be?" she giggled. But the Lord heard her laughter and said, "Is anything too hard for the Lord? I will return next year, and you, Sarah, will have a son." When Abram was 100 years old, Sarah had a baby boy named Isaac, just as God had promised. Abram and Sarah loved their son Isaac very much. He was living proof that God had been faithful to them and would keep his promises. Several years had now passed, and Sarah's little baby Isaac had grown to be a young boy. God decided he would test Abraham. The Lord said, "Abraham, take your son, your only son Isaac, whom you love, and go to the land called Moriah. Sacrifice him there as an offering to me." Abraham's heart was broken to think that Isaac must die, but he trusted God to do the right thing. Early the next morning, Abraham arose and saddled his donkey. Then he and Isaac and two servants set out for Moriah. After 3 days' journey, they could see the place in the distance. Abraham said to his servants, "Stay here with the donkey while Isaac and I go there to worship." Together, Abraham and Isaac climbed the steep pathway toward the place the Lord was showing them. Abraham could not speak. His heart was breaking. Finally, Isaac spoke up, said, "Father." "Yes, my son," Abraham answered. "The fire and wood are here, but where is the lamb for the sacrifice?" Abraham answered, "God will provide the lamb." And they walked on. When they finally reached the place, Abraham built an altar and set the wood on it. Then he bound his son Isaac and laid him on the altar. Abraham looked up into the heaven and slowly raised his knife to slay his son. Then an angel called out, "Abraham, do not lay a hand on the boy. Now I will know that you fear God, because you have offered your son, your only son, as a sacrifice." Suddenly Abraham heard the sound of a ram bleating. It was caught by its horns in a nearby thicket. Abraham cut Isaac loose, took the ram and sacrificed it unto the Lord. So Abraham called that place, the Lord will provide. Then the angel of the Lord called to Abraham a second time, Abraham, because you have done this and have not withheld your only son, you and your family will be blessed above all people. Amen.